Hey guys, it's Sue with Ava's Bridal Couture in Fort Worth, Texas, and today we're going to be talking about how to avoid overspending on your bridal alterations. So there are so many little ways that you can avoid overspending, but I'm going to cover some three main areas that a lot of you are going to be able to relate to. So the number one way that you can overspend is by waiting too long to start a conversation and ask questions about your alterations. So a lot of you go by the rule of waiting 3 to 4 months before your wedding date, or 2 to 3 months before your wedding date. That's a lot of information out on Google. It's to start then. Well, a lot of you don't actually talk to your seamstress or meet that person until that day, which can be a big mistake. You can show up to the fitting and have waited too long because you were just assuming that this is the place that's going to help you reach your goal. And then you find out in that appointment that there were some materials that you needed to order, or that this person is actually not the right person that's going to help you stay in your price range. And you're going to easily overspend because you've maybe chosen a business that's not in your price range, or maybe chosen a business that's not qualified to do the level of work that you need to be having done. So the second way that you can overspend is by starting with a seamstress, maybe a friend or a family member or a brick and mortar store that did your prom or bridesmaid dress. Maybe you'll start there, spend some money, and then find out that that person is not going to be able to do the level of work that you need to have done. Hopefully you don't have a bad experience with that. I do see brides that have some irreversible sewing that's done and they've cut the seams and we can't fix those things. But in essence, you'll start somewhere thinking that that's the right place. Maybe you thought they were going to save you some money or some time, or maybe you had a personal connection there and you wanted to do business there. And then you find out that they're not going to be able to handle the complexity of your wedding dress, and so you decide to cut ties for whatever reason and you start over at another place that maybe can. I see that a lot. I hear a lot of things just because I get those questions a lot in our salon, and I definitely want you to know that we can have a conversation before you even start that, even if you're not doing business with us. I definitely want to make sure that you don't go into the process blind, and I can even take a look at your dress over the phone. You can send me some pictures. It'll be super easy. You can be at work or running errands, and I can create a little video for you that will walk you through some tips. Then the last reason that I'm going to cover in this video has to do with no communication from your seamstress until you actually meet that person in person. And it's hard because it's like you're trusting the process and you're thinking, oh, well, they're the expert, so I mean, that's obviously where I'm gonna go. But I highly encourage you to start doing your research on your alterations place that you're gonna be using from the moment that you start shopping for your dress. A lot of bridal salons out there do not take liability for your dress during alterations, and they're going to recommend you to some places that do, and you'll start over there. And then a lot of places have in-house alterations. Both are great, they're just different. So you really want to make sure that you know your options. Ask around, see what places have in-house alterations, see what places just send you to a list, and then really do a gut check and see what is it that I need most and what is it that concerns me. You're welcome to reach out to me on Instagram or send me a direct message, or come by and see me, because I definitely want to make sure that I'm here to give you any tips or advice that I can give you. So let's say you purchase your dress from our store. We absolutely want to do a free evaluation for you, and most importantly, I know many of you are going to be using us for your alterations because it's probably one of the reasons why you chose our store. So yay, I'm so happy because I get that feedback all the time that when you have two choices of where to go, and you could go to store A or you could go to Ava's, a lot of you are choosing our store because we do so much value the alterations experience, and we make it fun and educational so that you're not just blind going through that process alone. So I do have other videos that I would love to share with you about, how to get started and what do we need to do. But for today, I really wanted to cover some tips on how to avoid overspending, and I hope that you found these helpful. Now, if you would like to get more notifications about videos that we post every Wednesday, I want you to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell because you're going to get notifications every Wednesday when we post a new video. But you can always comment below or send me a direct message on Instagram, because seriously, we can have a conversation and get started, and I love working with brides. So I'll see you guys in the next video.